like people expect individuals who were never role models in the first place to be role models for their children. Like you're like, oh my God, Cardi B made this song. Why the fuck would you ever look to Cardi B to be an inspiration for your child?
Or
a role model for your child?
Or Michael Jordan, or
I mean, no, Michael Jordan's just an athlete. But
fuck like, Michael Jordan. He doesn't give a fuck about poor black kids, which are the majority of motherfuckers who support his ass.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, do you have a pair of Jordans?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a pair of Jordans when you was living in the hood?
No.
Oh, well, I did. I was living in the hood most of my goddamn childhood.
But damn, what the fuck was you doing?
Getting a pair of Jordans. Shit, obviously I wasn't making wise investment decisions.
I think for me, it's just like whenever something offensive happens, like, oh my God, I have a kid. And what the fuck do I have to do with that?
Granted, I'm here for you.
You got parental control. You have so many things that exist. I'm not going to censor myself because you have a fucking child.
What was his name? That motherfucker we was having discussion about earlier this year. What was his name? He was a dude who would attack women about having kids.
Oh. Kevin Samuels.
Yes, Kevin Samuels. That motherfucker had it. Women aren't looking for boyfriends, girlfriend, husbands.
By the way, I do not condone anything that Kevin Samuels says.
I don't want to condone what he says Kevin either. Samuels Again, this recording as of August, but 2021. But again, if you have a son and or daughter, as a parent, I feel, again, this is all just personal biases, that your child should be your number one priority. Like, you chose to have a child. Exactly. You chose to take care of him. And no child can take care of himself. No. There's no point a child can take care of himself. I don't care if he's like, 15? He still is at a disadvantage. He may understand the world, but he's still at a disadvantage. You still got to help him.
And I feel like sometimes parents don't want to be parents. Like you're looking at rappers to raise your children.
Right.
Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing like Lil Nas X? Like this boy is in his early 20s. He's fucking living life.
Word? He's in his early 20s?
Yeah, he's young. He's living his life.
Out of 2021?
That for some reason y'all think just because he made Old Town Road, he's supposed to be a role model for your children.
No, I think it's because that because the children like him, that he's supposed to be a role model. Like most parents don't consider what their children like. Like I work with parents. Again, I work in the psychological field where I'm a counselor as well as a therapist, an autistic therapist, behavioral modification, where children only focus on what keeps the kids quiet. Granted, I love what keeps the kids quiet, but at the same time, though, what's keeping them quiet is also teaching them.
That's true.
You're allowing your child to learn from what? Grand Theft Auto?
Exactly, and that's what I was telling her. Like she was like, "Oh, Lil Nas X, he made this video, and the kids are gonna look at it." I'm like, but fast forward, it's a couple years ago. We used to watch fucking BET Uncut. We ain't had no business watching that.
We had no business watching BET Uncut, but whose fault was it?
It was nobody's fault.
It was our parents' fault, cause you.
I wouldn't say that.
I say as a parent, facts. You cannot monitor what your children do 24/7 a day.
Everything that they do. No.
But while he's in your house and it's the dead of night, while you are up having whatever adult time you have, if you know your child's up but you choose to ignore it, it's your fault. It's 100% your fault. If you choose to allow your child to watch BET Uncut because your child annoys the fuck out of you 16 hours of the day, then you show it.
For it. And my point was you can't shelter your child from everything. And you can't look at celebrities to raise your child. Like Lil Nas X shouldn't have to dumb himself down because kids like him.
That's true. That's why he has a
grown ass gay man. He's into what he's into, and he's not going to be afraid to express that. And he shouldn't be just because of your fucking kid.
And I agree with you. What's the MSRP?
You don't want him watching the video, block YouTube. You don't want him online, block Facebook, block Instagram, block TikTok. There are certain things that you can do, but you cannot shelter your child from the entire world.
Honestly,
like my parents pretty much, they didn't shelter me, but I didn't see certain movies until I was like Friday. I didn't see fucking Friday until I was like fucking 12 or 13. When people, like my parents would not let me watch certain shit. Did that mean that I never seen it? No, I knew how to get access to it. But, you know, like you can't shelter your child from everything.
When was Friday released? Do you remember? I think 95. So what? That was a year after you was born, 12, 13?
It was an old ass movie, but I didn't see that shit until later on in life. Like when most kids was talking about Friday, I never knew what they were talking about.
I think that's fair because considering it came out in 95, you again was a year old. I think that 12 or 13, you would be more likely to sneak out and watch that movie. Yeah.
And the same way that my parents kept certain things from me, they can do the same thing with their children because now technology is more advanced. You got parental control. You can block certain shit.
But I argue
children are going to find what they want to find. Like I found BET Uncut. I knew what channel to watch. I knew when to watch it. Like kids aren't fucking stupid. You can't shelter them from everything, but you can still do your part as a parent, and you can't expect celebrities to raise your child or be inspiration for your children.
But going off the topic of celebrities being like role model children, there is no, what's the word? You shouldn't expect any type of celebrity to be a role model for your child, period. It should be you. Like, as a father, you're not a father because you gave birth to your child. You're a father because you are a role model. You are the male figure in your son and or daughter's life. Granted, you shouldn't expect the fucking sports actor to be the fucking role model. You shouldn't expect the actress or actor to be a role model.
I'm not going to dumb down who I am because you have a kid.
And you have no legal right to do so because your material isn't made for children. It's made for adults. Exactly. Now, we got to consider this. We live in a time where technology, since 1990 when we first discovered the first microchip, the very first microchip, technology has been accelerating at a pace where we have pushed leagues ahead of our evolutionary chain. We can literally be obese, be 400 or 500 pounds overweight. And if you was a 400 or 500 pounds overweight back in the day, back during the Mesozoic area, the caveman time, you got your ass eaten. If you was that way during the Renaissance period, you would have fucking died of obesity-related causes.
Where's the analogy?
But we live in a time now where you can be that way, and then you can live a full fucking life. Yeah. But now, again, going off the same point, that proves that technology has advanced to an era where the children being born in such a time are farther advanced because they're learning the upper coming age than the people who've grown up with it.
Even in 2005. When BET Uncut was on, it was nothing technological about it. We just knew what it was.
Technological?
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? What
technological? That's not a word, motherfucker. There was
nothing advanced about it. It had nothing to do with technology. We knew what it was. It was popular. We knew what channel it came on. We knew they were going to be asleep, and we knew how to turn it on and when to watch it and how to access it.
Right. We all knew if you were in Florida, HBO was on Channel 2.
Now. Yeah, you're going to find what you want to find. You're going to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You can't shelter your child from everything. The best you can do is be a parent and try to lead them into the right direction. But when you put that blame on celebrities, that's different.
So do you believe
why are you looking to Cardi B to be the inspiration for your child?
So let me ask you.